In this lesson, you've been introducing the names, symbols, and charges for the common monoatomic ions. This game will allow your students opportunities to practice identifying those symbols and charges for these simple ions. The game is simple. In your student's textbook, they'll have 2 copies of blank ion bingo cards. The first thing they'll need to do is fill out the card. Using the chart in their text, they'll just fill out the symbol and charge for the various ions. For example, hydrogen is one ion on the list, so we'll just write H plus 1. Then we've got lithium, Li plus 1. We've got sodium, Na plus 1. Calcium, Ca plus 2. And they'll go ahead and fill the entire fill out the entire card. Note on the list that there's 24 ions listed, and we've got 25 squares here. So you can either have them give them a free space or just list one ion twice on the card to completely fill the card. To play the game, what you'll do is call out the ion names. You'll call from the list the ion names. For example, if you called out the hydrogen ion or hydrogen cation, the student will place a marker on that square. Continue by calling the ions on the list, and eventually a student will get either 5 across, 5 down, or 5 diagonally and call out bingo. Now, before you can award them the point or prize for winning the bingo, it's a good idea to ask them to tell you which ions allowed them to get the bingo. So like in this case, they would say the hydrogen, H1 was hydrogen, and then they would go ahead and tell you each of those. The repetition here is excellent for retention. So insist that they call out the symbol in charge and the name for the ions which allowed them to win the bingo. So once one student has won a bingo, continue play before you have your students clear their cards. Go for a second place, a third place, and so as many students as possible can have success at winning a bingo. A variation on this is you can play the straight bingo of 5 across, 5 down, or 5 diagonally. You can also play a picture frame where you get all the squares on the perimeter. You can play a T, Texas T, Nebraska N, or California C, whatever you like to be creative there. They can also play 2 cards at once if you have them fill out both cards that they have in their text. Or on that second card, what you can do, instead of having them write the symbol and charge on the card, have them write ion names across. So they would just write hydrogen cation, or lithium cation, or sodium, or chloride anion, or any of those off the list. And then when you begin play, you'll call out or write on your board or notepad that they find the name for Ca plus 2 or Na plus 1. Again, it's just the repetition which makes retention much better. So this is the Ion Bingo game, which goes with Lesson 12 and your Friendly Chemistry course.